You've probably heard this phrase before, right? Someone's called a bleeding heart. But is that a good thing, or is it a bit of an insult? In today's explainer, we're going to unpack a phrase that seems really simple, but trust me, it's packed with hidden meaning. Let's get into it. So, what's really going on when someone uses this term? Are they praising someone for their incredible kindness? Or are they taking a subtle shot at their character? As you're about to find out, the answer is, well, it's kind of both. All right, so let's start with the most common way people understand this phrase. On the surface, the meaning seems pretty straightforward and, honestly, pretty positive. At its core, a bleeding heart is someone who just has this huge capacity for compassion. This is the person who feels genuine sorrow when they see others suffering. They're deeply empathetic, and it's like their heart metaphorically bleeds for the pain in the world. I mean, that sounds like a wonderful quality to have, doesn't it? But hold on, because there's a pretty sharp twist coming up, and that's where this whole thing gets really fascinating. And that brings us to the cynical twist. This is how a term that sounds like praise can get sharpened into a real criticism. It's a compliment that can actually, well, cut. Okay, so look at this. It's like two sides of the very same coin. What one person calls compassion, another person can reframe as a weakness. That deep empathy gets twisted into being overly sensitive or emotionally soft. And that genuine pity, well, that's dismissed as just being naive, easily manipulated. The best way to really get a handle on this is to see it in action. Because with this phrase, context is absolutely everything. Let's check out two totally different examples. In this first one, just picture this person. They're giving to every single cause that crosses their path, even when they don't really have much to spare themselves. The person saying this is clearly in awe of that generosity. See, in this situation, the term is 100% genuine praise. It's meant to highlight this person's selfless, incredible compassion. There's no cynicism here at all, just admiration. Okay, now let's look at the flip side. Just listen to the tone here. The speaker is basically drawing a line in the sand. They're saying, hey, I care, but I'm not that kind of person. They're positioning themselves as tough, as someone with good judgment. So in this context, bleeding heart is what the speaker does not want to be. They're using it to paint a picture of someone who's maybe a little too soft, who doesn't think critically, and just agrees with any sad story they hear. It's a shield to protect themselves from being seen as weak. So after looking at both of these, what's the big takeaway? How are you supposed to figure out what someone really means when they say this? Here's the most important thing to remember. The words bleeding heart don't have a fixed meaning by themselves. All the power is in the hands of the person saying them. It can be a really beautiful compliment for someone's empathy, or it can be a cynical put-down to dismiss someone as naive. The only way to know for sure is to pay really close attention to the context, the tone, the whole situation. So we end up right back where we started, but with a whole new level of understanding. Is having a bleeding heart a virtue or a flaw? Well, the answer isn't in the phrase itself. It's all about the intention of the person who's saying it. And now you know exactly what to listen for.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.